Good morning, everyone. My name is Nia. I am a senior strategic communications major, cinema studies minor, currently attending the illustrious Hampton University. In this video, if you've read the title above, are my 7 tips to creating an awesome LinkedIn profile. If you don't know what LinkedIn is, it is a social media profile specifically catered towards those of the professional world. If you have a job, if you're seeking employment, if you're a student, this is an ideal platform for you to be on and for you to utilize, because you're able to it's pretty much like your online resume. So it's a social media site for the world to see what you have accomplished, what experience you've accomplished, and also for you, a place for you to pretty much put yourself out there and seek more experience or seek more opportunities in your specific field. I'm a senior in high school. A lot of these tips that I have learned have been from experience as well as workshops. Things that I've learned from other students, a combination of a lot of different things, but I just want to make sure that I provide you all with tools, my best suggested tools to make sure that you can enhance your LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very big tool. A lot of people, like recruiters, I even look at it when I'm recruiting interns for Campus Curls or for different things that I'm a part of. It's just an important tool. It's just as important as your Instagram and your Twitter. So you want to make sure that your LinkedIn is fully functioning and it's a place where people can get as much information that you personally want to put out there, but they can get as much information about you professionally so that they can see if you are an ideal pick. Or it's just a really good place. So if you don't have LinkedIn, I would definitely suggest after watching this video that this is a place that a platform that you download, especially if you are a student or if you are a young professional who is looking for more experience in the work field. Okay, so tip number 1 is having a quality headshot. I have notes on my phone, by the way. Not a selfie, no duck lips, a nice, serious, well-lit headshot. At first I had like this little glamour shot that I have that I use for my YouTube, but I was like, okay, let me switch it up. But I mean, it was kind of like acceptable in a sense just because this is my, my world, and I put that on my LinkedIn, but I wanted to switch it up. So I do have an example of my old headshot that I used to use as well as the one that I have now. If you are a student, it's just important that you get your headshot taken. You want to make sure maybe if you are a business major or whatever your profession is, that you're wearing, a nice, clean, well, pressed out shirt, dress. You just want to look professional. You really want to sell yourself. This is not a place where you're posting middle fingers and gang signs and all of that stuff. You just want to make sure that you're selling yourself and you're looking as professional as possible. So make sure that your headshot and your picture reflects that as well. You don't necessarily have to go have a whole photo shoot. Your friend can take your picture outside. I took my picture on a boat. So it's just all about looking professional, looking well put together, and meaning business. That's what you want your LinkedIn to say, like, I mean business. I'm well equipped for this position. I am, the best, blah, 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 blah. So you want your headshot to pretty much reflect who you are on a professional level. So I just highly suggest that no selfies. Get somebody else to take a picture. Alright, so step number 2, have a strong summary. So your summary is honestly, after seeing your picture and your little biography, like where you work at, or if you're a student in your LinkedIn, your summary is one of the first things that people choose to see. Or they can continue to, if they want to, they can click and they can learn more about your summary. But I'm saying make sure that you do have a summary, and make sure that your summary is strong on your LinkedIn. You don't want it to be too lengthy. You want it to be about 1 to 3 sentences. It can be a paragraph. I just personally, I'm gonna be real with y'all, I don't want to really read that if it's like mad paragraphs. I don't really want to see that. And 1 to 3 sentences on your current status, skill sets and passion as well. This is basically just a selling point. So mine is a strategic communication student with well-written communications ability. I'll place it right here, but basically you want to make sure it's a strong place where you are selling yourself and you're just letting these people know who are viewing your profile, what you are about, who you're about, in about 1 to 3 sentences before they continue to look through your experiences. Step number 3, and this is super important, because whenever I look at people's their LinkedIn, this is what I look at after the summary and after the picture, is your experiences, but it needs to be relevant experiences. When I say relevant experiences, it just needs to pertain to the current field or the field you wish to enter. And I will add conferences that you've attended, as well as just other programs that you might be involved in as far as leadership and things like that. But this type of, the experience needs to be pertinent to your specific field. Say you want to be a nurse. Having that you are a McDonald's cashier on your LinkedIn is just not a good look. Put that you volunteer at this hospital, being a nurse assistant or a CNA, things like that. You don't need to put that you're a hostess. You don't need to put that you work at Foot Locker unless you're trying to go work at Nike. So put things that are pertinent to your specific field. If it's not important, don't put it. So like, for example, I didn't put that I used to work at Zaxby's. I didn't put that I was a resident assistant. I didn't put that you know, just some jobs that it's some stuff you just don't need to put on there. You've gained your experience, you've gained what you learned from those specific entities. You don't necessarily need to put it on your LinkedIn. So just put information that is pertinent to that specific field on your experience column, and just kind of keep all that other stuff out of there. Number 4, add skills. So that can be leadership, software, public speaking, photography, etc. I think it's important so people can kind of know what you see, what they're getting themselves into, and also on LinkedIn, people can endorse you for your skills. So for me, I have video editing under my skills, public speaking, and event planning. So people, like 15+ people, have endorsed me for those things because they know that these are the things that I'm good at. So just put the types of skills that you personally feel like you're good at, and others can definitely agree, and put that in your skill section. So if you're good, if you know C++ as far as software writing, if you know how to write in basic HTML, if you know these types of things, put them underneath your skill set, because that's like, at the end of the day, your LinkedIn is you selling yourself. So make sure that you are pretty much putting yourself completely out there, because if you don't tell anyone, they won't necessarily know. Okay, number 5, so add your education, your major, as well as your minor. For me, I did not add my high school. I just didn't feel like that was important. I definitely have my education as far as my undergraduate degree. So underneath my LinkedIn, you know, most if not all universities, colleges, institutions, they have a LinkedIn page. So add your LinkedIn. When you put your education on your LinkedIn, that's opening another portal for you for an alumni. Also, if say you are interested in a company like GE or Walmart, just for instance, you can see how many alumni work there at your school. So from there you can go to, hey, maybe even making an introduction and connecting with that alumni on or through LinkedIn. So LinkedIn, yes, it's a professional development, it's a professional site, but it's also a place for you to network and connect with people in your specific field or people from your school. Just, it's a place for you to get to know people and kind of really utilize them to help you advance, or just to utilize them to help you, to help you advance in your professional and career. Alright, so number 7 is my most important tip when it comes to LinkedIn. You want to connect with friends, professors, meet alumni. I just said this in my previous one. And also connect with individuals at companies that you're interested in. Shoot your professional shot. There is nothing wrong with shooting a professional shot. I think more people are more comfortable with you connecting with them via LinkedIn, because that's what the site is for, rather than you sliding in their actual DMs or actually emailing them. Connect with these people on LinkedIn that you're interested in. You never know what you may get. For me, for one of my internships that I had virtually that I secured last like October or whatever, I shot my professional shot. I said, hey, I'm Nia, I do X, Y, and Z. I'm very interested in PR. Here's some attachments of some work that I've done. I shot my professional shot, and I was able to get a remote internship. I was an intern, and I moved on to a PR assistant. So shoot your professional shot. If you want something, go get it. Everything as far as experiences or opportunities might not necessarily always be paid. However, sometimes you know, there's like this argument about, oh, should internships be paid or not paid? I mean, sometimes some things you're just gonna do just to gain experience, and that's okay. I'm not saying definitely sell yourself short, but I'm saying sometimes you just have to chuck it up to the game and, you know, gain your experience elsewhere in other ways. So yeah, those are pretty much the tips that I have for as far as LinkedIn. I really hope that you all highly consider downloading LinkedIn and creating a profile if you don't have one, especially if you're a student. It is okay if you don't have the most experience. If you are in college or if you are just a young adult in general, you need to be finding ways to gain this experience. And I'll make a whole nother video about getting access to opportunities, internships, conferences, etc., programs when you are a college student, because it's important that you are continuing to diversify and increase the work inside of your portfolio, as well as add on more things to your experience, because knowledge is power, and the more that you know, the more people you know, the more connections that you can make, the more opportunities and doors may open for you. So I hope that this video was short, simple, and sweet, and to the point, and I hope that it was helpful to you. If you do have any questions, please be sure to ask them in the comments below, and I'll try my best to answer them for you. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next one.